Hi everyone, welcome to another Sunday Talk. Today, I'm gonna tell you guys how you can get a copy of a book. One of the first books that I read a long time ago that a friend of mine, a mentor of mine, gave to me to read. And I'm gonna tell you guys how you can get a copy of it. At the end of this video, I'm gonna tell you how you can get it. Okay, so I want to talk to you guys about addiction. And most of you guys know what addiction is. If you can find addiction to anything, can be from alcohol to drugs to sugar to eating to a lot of things. Anyway, but I think the worst addiction that anybody can have is the addiction of thinking negative. Why did I say that? Because when you take negative, anything that happens to you, it will, anything happens to you, you will see it negative, and you will not be able to find a solution fast enough for it that by the time you get to think about it, it causes some more damage into you. It will create a snowball effect. So when something happens to you, it's not what happens to you, it's how you react to it and what you do with what happens to you. In life, I had learned that everything that happens to you happens for a reason. And some people don't see it that way, or most people, we don't see it that way. But it is as simple as if you're driving down the street and you got a flat tire and you have to pull over on the side and then stop on it and you have to fix the tire. You can start thinking negative right away and saying, well, I don't have a spare tire, I don't have a range to change it. The day is going bad already. But if you think positive when that happen, and because it happened for a reason, you get this flat tire, maybe, how do you know, maybe down the road there was going to be an accident that this flat tire prevent you from getting there at that exact time, at that exact moment. So you have to think a little positive with everything negative that happens to you, no matter what it is. I know, and sometimes it's really hard. It's really, really hard to understand that, because you can get illness, or you can get a disease, or anything. It's really hard to think positive about that. And I'm not trying to tell you guys that you don't have to acknowledge what's happening to you. You have to acknowledge, and you have to figure a way of how to turn that negative into a positive. And it's hard. I'm not saying it's easy. It's really hard. And that's the reason why most people they cannot deal with it. But I believe that everything that happened to you happened for a reason. I believe our Creator somehow knows how we're gonna end up, right? So I don't know if I talked to you guys about this in the past, but when I was 5 years old, I was super sick, and I almost didn't make it through. I was 5 years old, and I spent about 3 months in the hospital. And this is what my mom tells me, okay? This is not something that I remember, because I don't. But my mom prayed for me to get better. My mom prayed for me to get better, and I did. She actually makes a joke all the time and says, God left you here in this world with me so you can be a pain on my butt, pretty much. I know she says it in Spanish, of course, but uh, but she says that all the time. But what I'm talking about here is that people that think negative will hardly ever achieve something great in life. So if you are one of those persons that think negative, please change that, because that's causing a lot of damage to you. But not only to you, but to a lot of people probably around you. And if you think positive, you can help a lot of the people around you, a lot of your family members you can help. There's ways that that you can do that. And this book that I want to send you guys, uh, it's a real good book. I have read it more than once, probably around 5 or 6 times. I read it every time that I'm kind of going back to think a little negative. I read it, and of course, you can read some of these books. I'm pretty sure you know how to find those. But I'm gonna give you this one for free. At the end of this video, I'm gonna tell you how you can do it. So a mentor of mine, I was on this conference call this last Saturday, and they were talking about that. What is the most damaging, the most damaging addiction that you can have? And everybody have all kinds of answers, and a lot of people say, well, any addiction is bad. Yeah, that's true. Any addiction that you have is bad. But I think one of the addictions that people don't know they have is the way of thinking negative. So I hope that when you guys, if any of you guys want to read this book and you guys get it, I hope you guys give me some feedback of what you guys think about it. Anyway, another thing that you're supposed to be open to is any kind of opportunity that will give you more wisdom and a way to make more money. And this quarantine and this times, everybody, a lot of people have lost their jobs or are going to lose their jobs, and everybody should have a way to fall back. Okay, hold on, let me take a drink of my coffee. Anybody needs to have at least two forms of income, and through my career, I have had two forms of income in different ways. I remember when I first got here to Las Vegas, Nevada, where I live now. I used to work in construction, making $4.50 an hour. I remember that. I think it was $4.50 an hour, and I was making more money on my side jobs that I was doing that I was actually making on my paycheck. So one of my other mentors always said that you always had to have two or three different forms of income. So I was had my job making $4.50 an hour, but when I was on the weekends and the afternoons, I did side jobs. I was making 3 or 4 or 5 times more than I was making there. So since that point, back in 1993, I always did have a side hustle or a side job, and these other businesses that I had, it was easy and simple to see how having two forms of income, two or three forms of income was really profitable for me, because I was able to pay my rent and my bills with my paycheck probably, or my side hustle, and save the other one. I didn't know this at the beginning, to tell the truth. I was just getting my paycheck and getting my side hustle and having fun with that money. I was horrible as a young. I was 2019, I believe, 18, 19, because I graduated high school in 93. So I was about 18 going into 19. So I came to Las Vegas in 93, and I was making really good money then, and I was doing horrible. I was wasting my money, not even saving, until I met my first mentor that taught me that if you're doing this already, working so hard, you should think about your future, right? So think about this. You always have to be open for anybody that offer you an opportunity to have a side hustle, because this side hustle or side job, so another business that you do, sorry, son, my light came down the other way. Another thing that you do, you have to be open to all these things. So take a look at it. Don't even, if somebody say, hey, you're looking for another ways to make money, say yes, take a look at it and make your decision on it. Don't ever say no. Don't ever think that it's a bad thing. It's always a good thing, because whatever it is, it's always good to have a side job or a side hustle or a side business. I always have done it, and it has helped me tremendously. In some of the jobs and some of the side hustles, I didn't make any money, but I got a lot of wisdom with it. Okay, that's important. You gotta get something out of it, whatever it is. If it's not money, it's wisdom, it's help, or something. But I can tell you, out of every job and every business that I have, I get something out of it. Something really good that got me to the point that I am today. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you guys how you can get a copy of the book that I'm gonna send you, and I'm not gonna tell you the name of it until you get it. But I can tell you that it's gonna be a really good book. What you need to do, you need to go to my website, which is www.thegiftofperspective.com. And that's a link on my Facebook page and also a link on my Instagram. You guys can look me up and you can click on that link and go to my website. And when you get to my website, what you need to do is send me, go to contact us and send me an email through there. Okay, so go to my website, www.thegiftofperspective.com. There's a link on my Facebook page and Instagram. Click on contact us and send me an email and let me know the reason why you want to make a change. Let me know the reason why you want to have a book that can help you change your negative mind. Let me know that and I will send you a copy of the book, but I will send it only to the first 10 people, okay? If they get more than that, I'll think about it. But for sure, the first 10 people that go to my website and give me a little explanation why they want to change and why they want to read this book, I will send you a free copy, okay? So let's do that. Let's try to change our minds. Let's try to change our way of thinking. And by doing so, you not only will change your future, but you also will change your family future. And sooner or later, I'm going to bring some other people and some of my mentors to get in here with and these videos with me and tell you what I'm telling you is exactly truth. You know, maybe I can bring my boss in here for now. I have a boss right now that I work for, but I'm not only working in this company, I'm working in some other things in my life. So like I said, you have 2 or 3 or 4 forms of income. Nowadays, it helps, right? So I want to make sure that you guys find a way to do that. This is the only way. Okay. And not only that, but get your family involved with you. This is the best thing. I have I have 3 kids. One is junior, which is he's gonna be 23 or was 23. I don't remember exactly. Anyway, I'm such a bad father, right? And I got my daughter, she just turned 18, and my little one, which she's 8. So all of them are doing their own thing. My son and his music, he has people coming over and record in his studio. It's not a fancy studio, but it's a studio, and they put music out, and they have this thing going on. My 18-year-old daughter, she just graduated from high school. She's going to go to college, and she started her own YouTube video too, YouTube channel. And soon I'll share that with you guys. Anyway, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the video, leave some comments, turn on the notification, and subscribe to it. Okay, also go to my website, www.thegiftofperspective.com. There's a link on my Facebook page and my Instagram. Look it up. Go send me go to contact us and send me an email and tell me why you want to change the way of thinking. Tell me why you want this free book that I'm going to send you. All right. So God bless you guys. Have a wonderful Sunday, and we'll see you here again next week. All right. Bye-bye.